Down. Heal. Heal big.
So I was in the market for a new gaming mousepad. My Steel series has served me well, but after years of the cat laying on it, the dog chewing it, and these weird white stains that I'd almost assume were jizz, but it wasn't mine, so where did it come from? Led me to realize that it was time to make a change. So I went for the MM800C Polaris RGB Hard Cloth Edition mousepad from Corsair. This was made as an answer to the razor hard RGB mousepad that became insanely popular because frankly, RGB everything, dude. There's even RGB eyelashes. If you don't believe me, Google it. They have like a Facebook page. They're gonna be fucking rich. I wish I thought of it. The gay kids are going mad for it.
Alright, they're interactive. To the left and right. There's also a dance mode. And then there's a sparkle mode.
Better go buy stocks in it now. Back on to the case at hand. The Polaris mousepad, I have to say, does feel like an upgrade over my original SteelSeries mousepad. Simply because it's hard, it can't be rolled up. So far the cat has tried laying on it numerous times, and it hasn't been ruined due to my bastardized animal that believes it has the right to destroy all my expensive cool stuff. The presentation is typical Corsair fare, meaning that you're gonna pop it out and go, this seems premium, these boxes and these little peripherals. This looks nice. It comes with a non-slip rubber base, which honestly is pretty legit. So far, it has not failed me once. I've literally tried pushing it. Like real hardcore, unrealistically trying to push it. Like when New York has an earthquake level, try to push it. If you live in New York, you know how rare an earthquake is and how little it is, so it really doesn't matter. Also has a 1.8 meter braided cable and durable construction. Everything has braided cables now. The mousepad surface is 20 by 13.70 by 1020. So basically every hard mousepad is about this size, to be honest, from what I've seen thus far. It also supports the Q color device color lighting system synchronization software controller that honestly I feel kind of sucks ass. I really do feel it sucks. But the customization's there, the software's there, and the community supports it by coming out with their own stuff. So if you have an overall theme with your computer or your desk or whatever the room may be, there's probably a fan-made lighting setup that will suit your aesthetic purpose. The only downside is sometimes the lighting profiles, even though it says it supports the mousepad and the Q doesn't, but it'll work on the keyboard, or sometimes it'll work with the mousepad but not the mouse, but it'll work with the keyboard. It's this whole annoying rigmarole. It kind of just is depressing a little bit, you know? Like you sit there and go, this is cool, this would be great, and then you look and either A, the keyboard isn't on board, or the mouse pad isn't on board, or the mouse itself isn't on board. As I've said many times before, I feel like Corsair really dropped the ball on this software. Logitech is superior in that instance. Get out of here, Smokey, are you insane? Go shoot, shoot, shoot! Fatty? Probably just walked right in later and goes right in the mouse pad like he's got no sense. I'll say that the mouse pad's cloth I like a lot, actually, compared to other hard mouse pads where the cloth kind of feels like it irritates my skin if prolonged use, or if I move my hand too fast back and forth, almost like I'm trying to start a fire, and then, you know, I could give myself a little rug burn. But that's not the case with this. I like how smooth it feels, and it's a bit grippy too. Now, there are other mouse pads that are hard that don't have that same level of grip, and it will give you a free gliding feeling, which I think would probably make you a little bit more accurate in some instances. But for me, I really like this because it forces me to put more pressure into my movement. I don't know. For me, I feel like it gives me more control, whereas to the other one, since it glides so easily, it almost feels like I'm just trying to use a mouse pad on ice or something. I don't know how to explain it or convey it to you. Did I say this has a USB pass-through? The good part is, yay, pass-through, so you only have to use one USB port. The bad part is, boo, the pass-through is so damn huge, sometimes your mouse gets caught on it like crazy. And if you're playing highly competitive games, I could see this being a huge issue for people who take it seriously. They swear that the textile weave surface is designed for pixel-perfect precision targeting. I don't know. It's hard to say. I noticed that my aiming and accuracy has gone up. And before, my accuracy was like atrocious, like 20. Now I'm up to, get this baby, 41%. I know, that's not like CSGO level accuracy, but that's a big leap. Now, I don't know if it's because I finally got my DPI right or if it's the mouse pad helping me out here. There are 15 zones of limitless effects, blah, blah, blah. If you care about RGBs, you'll go through this and you'll find something you like, and most likely you'll stick with it because that's how people usually are. There are 2 versions of this, actually. The newer cloth version just recently came out, and that's still $59. But the previous version is $39. And on the plus side, the previous version also has that sort of light pass-through at the bottom, so that could be really something for you. But it also has the low-friction, micro-textured surface. It ensures fast, pixel-precise tracking, is calibrated for both optical and laser sensor mice. This is the one, like the older one is the one where I said like it's kind of like easier to move on quicker, but I don't know, for me it makes me feel like my aim is a little too out of control, because if you're spastic like me, man, you can't afford for the mouse to just go off the pad so quickly when you don't have that sort of control and you're squealing like a pig in Rising Storm 2. If you see my Twitch streams, you know what I'm talking about.
The recoil on this shit is insane! Fuck you, you rice eater! Oh!
Oh! Holy shit, he's dead. He's dead. I gotta call his mom now.
Overall, this is more or less a peripheral that's kind of designed for someone with the disposable income. Though I agree it's very nice, I like it a lot, and it feels like a complete upgrade from my Still series. The RGB effect may not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's really kind of what you're paying for here. You're paying for that little extra bit of flair, and all in all, is that really worth it to you? That all relies on you as a person. I know many people who stuck to Steel series and have no problems with it. I liked my Steel series. I thought it was a great mouse pad. I just got tired of the animals getting on it and rolling it up, man. That shit pissed me off. Oh well. I'm gonna say I like this. I dig it. Now it'll probably be my daily driver for a couple years until it dies or something, or the cat or dog decides to chew through a wire. Well, that ought to do it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, so choose to. If not, to hell with it. Yeah, because, you know, I can't actually give more shit to me in the age of apathy. But just knowing that every one of you that stands behind me makes my voice louder in an industry full of fence riders, corporate shills, and people who are out to protect their bottom line. I'm not here to make money. I'm just here for that silver play button, dude. That's my end game. My raison d'etre. Is it raison d'etre? Ah, damn it, my French is horrible. Tais-toi, Gerard Depardieu.